are fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent.
Two young men face charges for racing at reckless speeds over 100 miles per hour. The judge lays it out plainly. One wrong move and their freedom, their cars, even their ability to drive could vanish. In Houston, the road isn't a playground. It's a privilege.
Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, gentlemen.
Would you like to start with, Judge?
I guess Lopez.
Lopez? Yes, Judge.
Alphabetically.
On December 22nd, officers conducted a traffic stop on the defendant's vehicle at the 17,000 block of Gulf Freeway. The officers were acting in an undercover capacity as they were conducting surveillance on a car group known to conduct illegal street races. The officer observed 3 motor vehicles begin to slow down, match speed, and pace. The 3 motor vehicles slowed down to approximately 50 miles per hour before accelerating to speeds in excess of 100 miles per hour in a competitive manner. The defendant was a driver and sole occupant of one of the motor vehicles. The defendant was in possession of a 19mm handgun, which is located on the floorboard of the driver's seat at the time of the stop, and the co-defendant, who was driving one of the other motor vehicles, was also taken into custody.
Who's the co-defendant in that?
The co-defendant is a Jabari McCall. Let me see if he's in our.
Is that
He was driving one of the other motor vehicles.
In his case is in court 15, Your Honor.
That's in court 15. What is the cause number on that one?
Cause number is 254-4343.
So these need to go 15.
Correct. That one goes to 15. Right.
These will go to 15.
Well, Mr. Lopez, let's talk about Mr. Ruiz.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Lopez, I am going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Does he have a Texas driver license?
Let me see, Judge. It's eligible, Your Honor.
Do you have liability insurance in your name?
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you now, if I find that you do this again, I will, number one, take your ability to drive away from you until this case is over with. And I'm going to tell you, living in a city as big as Houston without the ability to drive blows. It's awful. Trust me. If I find that this happens again, likewise, I will put you in jail and make your bond sky high. 610, 59, no place for racing. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Not only that, the Texas legislature has made it extremely easy for DAs across the country to take seized cars from individuals who participate in these types of acts. 2 weeks ago, we had someone here who had their $100,000 car seized by the district attorney's office for participating in this act. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Ruiz.
On December 20th, 2024, the officer was part of a traffic crimes task force and was near the location where a large group was meeting at Alameda Mall in Harris County, Texas. The officer began following the racing group going southbound and observed the defendant and co-defendant's motor vehicles traveling in lanes 1 and 2 side by side, saw the 2 vehicles slow down to approximately 40 miles per hour, and then launch an acceleration at the same time in a competitive nature in order to outdistance each other at speeds of upwards of 110 to 120 miles per hour. A traffic stop was initiated and the officer made contact with the defendant.
Mr. Ruiz, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case as well. Tell me, does he have a co-defendant in this case as well?
Yes, Your Honor, and I'm pulling up the co-defendant's case.
It's in court 7.
Court 7, Your Honor.
Okay. What's the cause number?
The cause number is 254-4176.
Okay, so this one stays here. Mr. Ruiz, at 120 miles an hour, I am now taking away your privilege to drive. You are not allowed to drive whatsoever. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
You will be signing an affidavit with me, promising me that you're not going to drive, and I don't give a rat's behind what your excuse is. I don't care if there's a burning building and 50 children need to be saving. You get into a car and drive. I can have a contempt hearing, and you can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you get into a car and drive. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Until I know that he absolutely appreciates the privilege, the awesome privilege it is to drive. You are not allowed to drive for any reason. Come back, show me some proactivity, show me the appreciation, and then if you come back in 2 weeks, it's just not enough time. But I want to see, something that shows me that you appreciate it. But for now, if I find that you drive, I'm going to light you up like a Christmas tree. Do you understand?
Your Honor.
Both of you have lawyers, so we will waive your appearances, but it is your responsibility to stay in touch with Mr. Clay, and he will tell you when you have to come back to court. If he comes back to me and tells me he can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, then I will revoke your bond. Neither of you will get a PR bond if you become a danger to my community, pick up new cases. Are you both United States citizens?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Mr. Clay, they go with you, sir.
Judge, after the, I'm putting the transfer.
A burglary suspect returns to court with a new charge, assaulting his girlfriend. The judge's patience evaporates. With warnings of revoked bonds and GPS monitoring, the message is brutal but clear. Danger to the community will be crushed swiftly and without apology.
Transfer order for Mr. Lopez.
Okay. Mr. Glover, you're charged with burglary of a motor vehicle. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. You're on bond for a burglary of a motor vehicle, and now you've picked up a new case.
That case,
Stop. You were on bond for a burglary of a motor vehicle, and now you've picked up an assault of a family member. You're now facing a year on that one as well. We're going to do probable cause on both of your cases. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you.
Yes, Judge. On the burglary, the officers were dispatched to a burglary call at a residence in Harris County, Texas. The complainant told the officers that items were missing from his work truck, which was parked in front of his house. The complainant had cameras inside and around the truck, which captured the defendant's face. The officers received a tip from Grizzy identifying the defendant and were able to confirm the defendant's identity by viewing the captured surveillance.
Bless Gizzies. Hood news. You guys familiar with the hood news? Good stuff. So say it again. Nothing.
For the burglary?
No, the assault.
So on the assault case, the complainant and the defendant are in a dating relationship. And on December 20th, 2024, the officers were on patrol at Katy Freeway Service Road and observed the defendant and the complainant. The officer observed the defendant dragging the complainant by her hair towards the sidewalk. After the defendant saw the officer, he let go of the complainant and both began to walk towards the patrol vehicle. The officer detained the defendant and spoke with the complainant. The complainant stated she and the defendant were in an argument and the defendant was following her to get inside his car because she was walking in the road. The complainant did not have visible injuries, but stated she bit her lip and caused it to bleed. The complainant stated she did not feel pain from having her hair pulled. The complainant stated she felt 3 out of 10 pain.
Mr. Glover, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward on your assault case. Tell me about the BMV, please.
On the BMV? So that was the one where they were dispatched to a residence in regard to a BMV call, and the complainant had cameras inside and around the truck, which captured the defendant's face, and he told the officers that items were missing from his work truck, which was parked in front of his house.
So they got him on camera with the home camera.
Yes, Judge.
Was he on bond for our burglary case and then picked up the new case? Do you guys?
Yes, Judge. It seems right now.
Did we do conditions and everything?
It looks like there were conditions on the 15th of December, and the new case was on the 20th of December.
So we had him, we put conditions on him.
Looks like there were conditions.
Looks like there's some nice things there, Judge.
Judge, he may have been arraigned by the magistrate. I don't know if he ever came before.
Mr. Glover, let me make something extremely clear to you. I'm going to do everything in my power to protect my city at all costs. I don't care who you are, what color you are. If you're a small farm animal, I'm going to protect my city at all costs. You endanger my city, I'm going to light you up so fast you're going to have teeth falling out. Do you understand? You are not to have contact with the complainant in this case at all whatsoever. And I'm now sending you for a drug test because I want to know what, if anything, is in your system, and you're to come right back. If you fail to go take the drug test, if you fail to come back, I will revoke both of your bonds and make them sky high. As it stands now, you were given 2 PR bonds in these cases. You pick up a third case. Holy moly. Do you catch my drift?
Yes, sir.
Francis, let's send him right now. You were to come right back. And Francis, I'm going to put a GPS monitor on
A
him.
correctional officer is arrested on a trespass case after attempting to take back her repossessed car from a locked tow yard. She insists she was let in. The judge advises silence. Her career hangs on the outcome, and now she must fight her case carefully.
Monitor on him on one ankle, and we're going to give him a curfew of 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. Ma'am, you're charged with criminal trespass. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Yes, Judge. On December 21st, 2024, officers were dispatched to a tracked motor vehicle at a tow lot in Harris County, Texas. The officer made contact with the defendant, who stated her car was stolen that morning from her job, the prison in Huntsville, and that no way her car was repossessed because she paid her bills and that she was not exiting the motor vehicle, and the complainant needed to open the gate so she could leave. The defendant stated she was not trespassing because her motor vehicle was in the tow lot, she did not care about going to jail, and she was not leaving. The defendant further stated to call the DA. The defendant refused to exit the motor vehicle and the lot. The officer made contact with the complainant, the owner of the lot, who stated he had been looking for the defendant to repossess her vehicle. The complainant stated he wanted the defendant out of the tow lot. The defendant took the GPS out of the vehicle, and the vehicle was repossessed from Huntsville. The complainant further stated the defendant was past due on payments. The complainant stated he has proof of everything, including his possession request, and did not know how the defendant got into the tow lot as no one opened the gate for the defendant. The officer observed the defendant sitting in the repossessed vehicle, and the defendant stated she did not know how she got in, and the gate was observed to be locked. The defendant told another officer that a Hispanic male allowed her into the lot, but the defendant could not confirm whether a male was, and the complainant stated no Hispanic male opened the lot for the defendant. The officer asked the defendant multiple times to exit the motor vehicle and the lot, to which the defendant refused.
That's,
Stop.
yes, sir. That's not true.
You have the right to remain silent.
Yes, sir.
Exercise that right. I've got a
Yes, sir.
bunch of DAs here. Everything that you say, they're going to sit there, type it, and they're going to use it to prove guilt.
Yes, sir.
You will get the opportunity to, fight the case.
Yes, sir.
Now's not the time.
Okay.
Bottom line is you need a lawyer to represent you in this case, right? Do you work?
I work as a correctional officer, sir. I actually help with INS cases and sending ICE
And
defendants out.
how much money do you make How much money do you make a month?
Probably without taxes being taken out. Probably like 4,000.
We're going to give you time to hire a lawyer. Okay, so what I'll have you do,
I'm actually off work right now. I can't work because of this case.
what
I
hap-
work for the state.
what does that mean?
That means that I can't go back to work. I'm not able to go back to work because of this case.
Did you get suspended?
Well, just depending on what happened today at court, you're not supposed to go to jail or do anything, being what type of job I have.
Did they tell you that not to come back?
Yes, I cannot come back until they figure out what's going on with my case.
Okay.
So this is how,
You want to apply for an appointed lawyer, man?
yes, sir.
Okay. Let me see if I have one on file.
No, Judge.
No, okay, so Ms. Arrington, I'll give you an application. I need to take a look at it. And then if you qualify, I'll appoint your lawyer today. Understand, things don't just work overnight. Takes time to get evidence, takes time for stuff to come in. They have to contact the other people, so it may take some time. It's not just, Rome wasn't built overnight, as the saying goes. So just be
A
patient.
woman fleeing a crash ends up wrecking into a house miles away. Without insurance in her name, the judge removes her right to drive. In Texas, insurance isn't optional, it's survival. One wrong decision can turn into lawsuits, debt, and devastation.
Just be patient, and everything will work out, okay? Of course. So I'll have you sign, I'll have you sign a reset with Ramona. We'll give you an application. Take a seat in the juror box, fill it out, and I'll take a look. Well, thank you, Ms. Arrington. Ms. Cerritos, you're charged with failure to stop and give information, which is leaving the scene of an accident without exchanging information. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
On December 20th, 2024, the officer was dispatched to a major accident at 6623 Gulf Freeway. in Harris County, Texas. The officer learned there were two separate accidents, first at 9301 Gulf Freeway and second at 6623 Gulf Freeway. The complainant stated he was driving his motor vehicle, was stopped at a red light, and the defendant failed to control speed before rear-ending the complainant's motor vehicle. The complainant heard the defendant's tires screeching, and the defendant drove off at a high rate of speed. The complainant followed and chased the defendant's vehicle as the defendant entered and exited the freeway, attempting to get away. The complainant followed the defendant approximately 5 miles, and the defendant lost control and crashed into a home. The damage to the complainant's vehicle was $2,000.
Time of day or night was this? Was middle of the night? Any kind of alcohol?
This was appears at midnight, and there's no allegations of alcohol.
There was no
License?